Well, drivers across the country will want to pay attention to this next story. Gas prices are set to soar. Let's bring in Scott, who has details on this one. So we know prices tend to spike in the summer, Scott, but there's more to it than that this time around.
There is, and so get ready to buckle up, because summer is traditionally a busy time. But we've got industry analysts telling us we're going to be paying the highest prices in the country in about 10 years. And there's a bit of a top 5 list I'd like to share with you as far as why we're going to see those prices start going to the upside. Starting with summer driving season, as you mentioned, big demand on this, and industry analysts at GasBuddy.com says we usually start seeing the big demand second week of June, but more demand, less supply, price goes up. Pipeline problems, that ongoing dispute between Alberta and BC. If Alberta actually goes through with their threat and cuts off oil, that's about 80,000 barrels of oil, or about 60% of all the gasoline that BC consumes. Potential rail strike tonight by CPR workers. 3,000 workers could potentially get off their jobs, and with no new pipelines being built, a lot of that excess capacity being picked up by the rail lines, this could use or be a supply disruption. A low loonie, ironically, despite producing a lot of oil, we buy a lot of our gasoline from the U.S., and gas is 17% higher than it is this time last year, so we are paying more for it at the pumps. Buying American gasoline, U.S. inventories as well are flirting with 5-year lows, and that's despite oil being at 5-year highs. And here's the big problem here is we don't set the price. The Americans do. We buy it from them. Here's Roger McKnight as to why this is a problem.
There's a mythology that Canada's gas is made in Canada. It's not. It's made in the United States. So politics get involved, supply gets involved, demand gets involved, and that's the situation.
And that's the situation. We were at about $1.28 on average a liter across the country. That's up about 17 cents from this time last year. Industry analysts say it's going to get a whole lot higher, in fact, at 10-year highs, Mike.